'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a turtle from the science center was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of a sugar plum fairy from Ballet Spartanburg Nutcracker danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects of art from the Artists' Guild gallery below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than actors, learning their lines at Spartanburg Little Theater. His coursers they came, he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the theater, to the top of the wall. Now dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of art from the Spartanburg Art Museum and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkle, I heard on the roof the Spartanburg Philharmonic playing a fugue. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of historic toys from the History Museum was flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and his beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke of it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings with wonderful gifts from the Carolina Foothills Artisans Center. Then turned with a jerk and laying his finger aside his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprung to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all the friends, patrons and donors of the Chapman Cultural Center, and to all a good night." His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and his beard, and the beard of his chin, let me start out with the